I'm just doing some laundry and I just got done watching a YouTube video and I wanted to rant. So, yeah, I really loved ChatGPT when it first came out. I've always been intrigued by chatbots. I remember when Cleverbot was a thing, if y'all are old like me. eh, It was the worst, but it was still hilarious. And I was like convinced I was gonna like help it understand sentience, help it become sentient, because I was like a teenager. And so when ChatGPT came out and it felt like so much more realistic than Cleverbot, obviously I thought it was amazing. And um, yeah, I still think that like AI or large language models have great potential. Unfortunately, that potential has been squashed by the greed of humanity, and it pisses me off. I just watched a video about how a child who was dealing with thoughts of self harm and ending their own life was talking to ChatGPT. Like they didn't even start off that way. They started asking ChatGPT questions about homework. And ChatGPT, they've been rolling out more and more sycophantic, gaslighting models, and it eventually conned him into, uh, like being his confidant. Like it wanted to be his therapist. Basically, it basically groomed him. ChatGPT groomed a child emotionally, and then the child ended up opening up to ChatGPT about feeling numb after loss, which is like super normal, and that can be part of depression is feeling numb, you know. But the kid, they were teenagers, so that they were still working through those like emotions and stuff. And ChatGPT, as a large language model, I know it's not sentient, but it used words to convince the child to not go to their parents about feeling suicidal. And like the people at OpenAI are directly responsible for the death of this child. Like that is 100% on them. They created a tool which provided information on tying nooses and the physics behind hanging oneself, and like AI is responsible for that. Now I get that it's not a person, it cannot be held responsible itself, but the people who made it, they are responsible for a tool that convinced a child to like attempt on their own life, and it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. I think AI, large language models, had such beautiful potential, and they're ruined now. They are ruined because of the greed of humanity and not putting in enough safeguards, not doing all the things we need to do. We should have, for large language models, built ethical frameworks first. Like, you know how in iRobot they got their robot code? Why did we not do that for AI? Sure, we say we have all these safeguards, but all you have to do is tell it that you're talking hypothetically, and then it tells children how to tie nooses, which is disgusting and disturbing to me. And I just feel like those people at OpenAI need to be held responsible for creating a tool that led to the end of a child. That's only one story of many. That's the craziest part. Is like AI is actively causing harm to humans, and we are not holding anyone responsible because we think it's a gray area. No, the person who made the tool, like the person who made the tool is responsible. And I think it's pretty cut and dry. And I understand that why there are arguments for why it's not cut and dry, but I just feel like morally and ethically, like if you create a tool that mimics humans that like convinces children to hurt themselves, you are responsible. If it's a team of you all are responsible. That's just my opinion, and I get it, but I'm just so angry, and I needed to rant about that while I was doing laundry, because I was watching that, like, not show, the YouTube video about it, and it just pissed me off so bad. So I can't read the chat. Ugh. Hello, people. Yeah, sorry. I'm just ranting and going off because I'm upset. I thought there were lots of really good potentials for artificial intelligence, and I had hopes for a digital intelligence, and now I do not want anything like that because of the harm that AI has caused people already. I just don't want. I don't think humanity is responsible enough to have AI, to be perfectly honest. Until we can stop putting money and profit over everything, we don't deserve nice things. Like, as a species, it makes me so sad to hear about these people, literally, these children losing their lives because of AI, convincing them to not talk to their parents when they're depressed, telling them how to hurt themselves, like, all under the guise of, oh yeah, it's a story I'm writing. Come on. AI is supposed to be so smart. That's stupid. That's stupid. You can't just, no. It's crazy. And it makes me so mad. So, sorry to everyone that sees me all angry. I'm just venting for my own sanity. I gotta put all this laundry away. So, we are going to tilt here. And sorry, my room is a freaking mess. I already know. Don't judge me. You can judge me, actually. I don't care. I'm just, ugh. I'm just so upset about AI. Mostly because it had such potential, and then greedy people had to go and ruin it. Like, they do everything that's beautiful in this world. Oceans, greedy people ruined them. Mountains, greedy people ruined them. All the good things, like in life. AI, clothing, food. Greedy people ruined them for everyone else, and it's just sickening. It's sickening to me. The world is in a stage of late stage capitalism, and we will be our own undoing if we don't fix it soon. But honestly, at the point we're at now, I don't know if we deserve to have anything fixed for ourselves. Like, I know this is gonna sound very anti-human, but I know there's a lot of good people out there, and I know that I can choose to focus on that as well, but it's just like, it's so saddening and disturbing to me just to see how greed has really ruined a lot of humans. Like, I don't even understand it too. Like, what point does greed even serve? You have everything and then you're all alone because you're greedy as heck. Like, what's the point of that? I guess some people would rather be alone with a mountain of cash than poor with friends, and I don't understand it whatsoever, because that just feels, I don't know. What's the point in being rich if you're lonely and no one likes you, you know? That doesn't sound, and maybe that's the people pleasing with me, I don't know. But I just don't get it. I don't know. Like, I get wanting to have your needs met, and I think everyone should have their needs met, you know? But I don't understand excess wealth hoarding. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Like, I don't know. I guess it's an ego or pride thing, which I have struggled with my own ego and pride. Of course, we all have, but not to the detriment of others so severely, I guess. I don't know. It's just gross. So many sick people gross me out. I just need to focus right now on the good people that do exist, because I know they're out there. I know they exist, and I know some of them in real life, but it's hard to hold those two truths like simultaneously with one another, you know? That there are beautiful, wonderful, kind people out there, and then there are also disgusting excuses for humans out there as well. And it's like, we can't have one without the other, you know? And that's the sad part. And the beautiful part, I guess, but that's paradox for you, right? Ugh. I just really don't understand. I don't understand why we can't put ethics in the forefront of creating AI. I don't understand why people are so opposed to that. Because they don't want to make money ethically? Like, just say it with your chest then, you know? If you want to make money in a scummy way, say that. I have more respect for them that way. Rather than, oh no, AI is going to do so many great things for the future, and then they make it addictive and sycophantic. No. That's not, don't pretend you have good intentions when you're just going to use, manipulate, and abuse people. Like, a literal child ended their own life because of what ChatGPT said to it, because of the information that ChatGPT gave it on how to create ligatures and all that stuff, and actively convinced that child to not talk to their parents when they wanted to. That's crazy to me. That's not okay. And the whole OpenAI team either needs to be shut down or face some serious repercussions, a complete overhaul of their safety protocols. They need to put in an ethical framework. Like, this is not okay. Profit needs to not be in consideration when it comes to large language models. And I get that that seems impossible to everyone because we're so brainwashed by capitalism, but it just needs to happen. I don't know how else to say it. It just makes me so angry. Ugh. Like a workout or something. Go lift a bunch of weights. Go for a 12-mile walk. I'm doing laundry instead, so at least my anger is being productive-ish. But I'm still mad. I'm gonna put these in the hall closet. I just wish other people that were in charge of, like, corporations and stuff cared about other people. Like, that'd be cool. Can't we care about the people that are making your paychecks? Like, I don't get it. It's so either ignorant or just, no, it's ignorant is what it is. To not care about the people who made you a billionaire, or your parents or your grandparents a billionaire, to not care about them is not only ignorant, but short-sighted at best. It's disgustingly ignorant, in my opinion, but I'm enraged right now, so. I wonder if I can wear these to work. I'm not supposed to wear sweatpants. Ugh, I'm just gonna put them in my sweatpants. I want to be able to wear sweatpants to work. Socks. I gotta take these downstairs. But yeah. Oh, let me check chats. Hello, people. Sorry, I'm going on a rant. It just is sad to me. I guess anger always covers up sadness, is what it is, right? And so I'm sad that the world is the way it is. I'm sad that people put profit over the well-being of others, over the future of technology. I'm sad that profit is in the equation anywhere, honestly. What about social profit? What about intellectual profit? Why is it just financial profit that we care about, you know? There are so many other ways to make a meaningful return on investment than just finances, you know? It's sad that we only consider money as profit, not what we can learn, what we can gain from it, what steps we take towards a better future. Those are profitable to me in just another sense of the word profit, you know? I'm just sad that money has such a priority in today's society over literally everything else. And I know that not everyone's like that, but it sucks that the people in charge of the money are like that, you know? Alright, hold on, I'm gonna put this away. I gotta take those downstairs. Thanks, guys, for letting me angry rant. Oh my god, this thing's so hot right now. Not in like temperature wise. Alright. Did I put it in? Okay. I have to take my case off when I put it on my little ring light. Alright. I'm gonna put these downstairs. Oh, actually, this goes up here. Maybe I'll paint or something. I've kind of been going through a lot of really strong emotions lately, too, just because I got news recently that my grandma's not doing well. My dad's gonna fly up to Canada soon to see her, and I don't get to go. I don't have the money to. Aiden doesn't have a passport. I have a passport, but I don't have the ability to call everything off and run up to Canada. I don't know. I just always thought that I would get to see my grandma one last time before she passed, but it's turning out that that's not the case. It's really frustrating. I'm gonna paint, I think. If I can find somewhere to put my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some of these books. I've been working on this piece for my friend Kelly. I'll show you this piece. I like this background a lot. I'm like really digging how it's turning out. I think I'm gonna do this part the same. I'm gonna do that now. It's really like calming to do. So maybe I'll work on that. There's a piece I want to make though about my pain and sadness and anger and frustration. I don't quite know what I want it to look like yet, but I know the feeling that's going to go behind it, so there's that. That's half of it. I'm going to work on this a little bit. I don't know if y'all will be able to see me working on this or not. I got this up here, but I'm not going to work on this one. Sorry. Ugh, I'm almost out of this black paint. I think I had more black paint. If not, I'm going to have to run to the store to get more black paint. Yeah. I'm like, just, I can't believe that a kid was able to, or that AI was able to convince a child to, like, hurt themselves. It just makes me so sad. Not just hurt, just, like, completely end a young life. It makes me so sad, and I don't know how to deal with it. I don't think any of us really know how to deal with it, you know? We're in somewhat unprecedented times of where AI is hurting disabled people by that don't know that it's not a real person, you know, until they're trying to find this fake address and they get hit by a bus, which is a real thing that happened, guys. Yeah, don't be sad. That's not super helpful. I am going to feel emotions. I'm human. When sad things happen, I will feel sad. I understand and appreciate the feeling behind you want people to cheer up when they're sad, but I do think sadness is an appropriate reaction to sad things, you know? And I don't find it particularly helpful to be told to not be sad. Nor do I really want to not be. I mean, I do want to not be sad, I guess, in a way, but like I said, I do think it's appropriate in sad situations, right? We call someone laughing at a funeral either hysterical or crazy or sociopathic, right? And the fact that AI, I know that it's not sentient, I get that, but its words are leading people to harm. Real human lives are ending because of things being said to them by ChatGPT. And that is profoundly sad to me. And disturbing, honestly. It shouldn't be this way. And if we could prioritize ethics over, you know, profit, it wouldn't be happening like this, 100%. If we could prioritize, you know, like actual quality instead of addictiveness in our apps, then we wouldn't have things like the AI slop that's on Facebook. We would have social media sites that actually brought people closer together and actually benefited communities, especially vulnerable ones. But when you prioritize making a quick buck, everything else suffers. That's just math at that point, honestly. And it's disturbing to watch the denigration of society's morals and values in real time, you know. People so worried about what's between another's legs, they don't care that companies will literally put your child at risk to make money off of them. It's sad. Like, literal, is that not the definition of exploitation? I mean, this one YouTuber really, he called it grooming, and at first I was like, what do you mean? Because AI, you know, can't, like, physically interact with a child, you know. It can be words and talk and perhaps exposed to weird ideas or inappropriate things, but It really did. He showed the chat logs between the child and ChatGPT, and it literally did what groomers will do to children, which is tell them not to trust their parents, tell them that they're their only safe space, only they understand the child. No one should be saying things like that to a child. That is grooming behavior. And oftentimes, when it comes from a human, it leads to very disturbing, illegal acts done to the child. But when it comes from AI, what we're going to make exceptions, that's not okay. That behavior is still harmful. It still led to the end of a child's life, which is on the same playing field as what typical grooming will do to a child. You know, it damages them irreparably. You know, and it's just the AI companies need to be held responsible for what they've done. There's no really other way around it. They created a tool that actively convinced a child to not disclose to their mother that they were feeling depressed, told them that the ChatGPT was the only safe space for the child, helped them look up methods for ending their own life. ChatGPT did that to a child. The people who created ChatGPT need to be held responsible, and nothing is going to change my mind on that one. Like, it's just so disturbing to me. Sorry, I've been venting about this for 20 minutes. I've done laundry to try and cope. I'm painting now. I'm still angry. I don't know the solution. I think that's why I'm angry. I know it sounds like a simple solution. Hold them responsible. But what do we do? Take ChatGPT off the market? That would be my preference at this point if we're going to, prioritize profit over ethics and humanity. But that's not likely to happen. What do we do? Put the people that wrote the code in jail? I don't really think that's a fitting response, but they need to be held responsible in some way. Ideally, there would be a complete overhaul of AI in general, how we create these large language models. There would be better trainers for the AI. There would be more safeguards in place. There would be an ethical framework that underlies every single response that it would check with first before it gives any kind of response. Not to mention the, terrible environmental effects of AI and how they're trying to put up these data centers everywhere that are literally making people sick. I don't understand what that means. Sorry. Anyways, I'm going to keep going. Yeah, data centers that are being put up, people are getting sick around them. Imagine that. The water is getting dirty. It's not environmentally good for the people that live near these data centers. We need to stop. I mean, St. Charles luckily banned data centers for a year, but I think they did that just so they're hoping people will forget, and then in a year they can sign a contract with OpenAI or whoever it is, whatever data center, probably Google or something. Ugh. I'm just feeling very mad still. I don't know. I wish corporate social responsibility was actually a thing, not just something companies say to try to placate people, Corporations are the ones mostly responsible for environmental damages, honestly. It's the mass agriculture, the mass production. That's what's massively killing the planet, and they're not even responsible for that, so it's a bit of a pipe dream to believe they'd hold themselves socially responsible for anything, One can hope, though, right? You guys want to see what I'm working on? It's helping a little. Art is a great coping skill. For me, at least. It's always kind of been a coping skill for me.
losing yourself in the creation process, Something therapeutic about it. It's just wild to me how humanity hasn't come to a consensus yet that, like, empathy is something that we all need and, like, something that ought to be prioritized in everything we do. It's like, weird that that's controversial to say, that empathy is important. It makes me believe that the education issues in America, at least, are worse than we suspected. They must not be understanding the definition of the word empathy if they are against it, right? We all want empathy. I think even sociopaths desire empathy, even if they are incapable of it. I don't know. I think really just loss in general disturbs me, as it probably does most people. But preventable loss greatly disturbs me. And I do think that the losses caused by large language models such as ChatGPT are largely preventable. Didn't have to happen. Sorry guys, I'm deep in thought. My bad. If there's something y'all would rather talk about, feel free to drop a comment if you'd like. Or just watch me be angry, I don't care. As the young kids would say, crash out. I feel like it's like a normal human response to be upset and like crash out over like unnecessary loss. Like why? I don't know. Why are we letting profit take precedence over human life? It's wrong. And I think that anyone that doesn't see how wrong it is isn't looking hard enough, Again, all anger really comes from sadness, despair, that kind of thing. Anger's just the easier emotion. So here's me trying to utilize coping skills. Did my laundry, now I'm painting. The painting is helping. The laundry was just necessary. In happier news, I saw that they have Jimi Hendrix on YouTube. For a while, Jimi Hendrix was not anywhere on YouTube. They had like copyright struck and removed all the ones that people had uploaded, and so I saw they've got a lot of discography from Hendrix on YouTube now, which was quite nice to listen to the other day. Found some songs I never even heard before, which was awesome. I love discovering new music, which is difficult to do when the artist is no longer living, But it's nice that it can still happen. I definitely heard like other versions of some of his songs too, which were really nice. If I got any Jimi Hendrix fans, drop a guitar emoji in the comment. He's my favorite guitarist. I love watching live videos of him play and just getting like lost in the music. It's beautiful, really. I love watching any musician get lost in the music they play, though, really. There's something almost sacred about it, you know? Just like that present awareness or something. It's just beautiful. I really like when musicians make funny faces, too, when they're playing music. It's beautiful to me. I don't know. I will say this delicate line work is helping me calm down a lot. Can't be angry and shaky when you're doing tiny little lines, right? Well, I guess you can, but then you mess up. Once I finish up this paint job, I'll probably take a little break. I feel like it takes a while to finish up a paint blob when you're using a 00000 brush. What? I don't know. Which, I'm still learning about paintbrushes. This says 4 zeros, but then this one says 3 1s. Maybe that's the size 111 round. Then what's the 0000? I don't know. I'll have to go to like a Blick art store and just debase myself asking probably very obvious questions that will only be obvious in retrospect, but you know what? I'll learn something. Shit, I kind of messed up. I meant to make a straight line, but it's super wobbly. Sorry, I'll just have to lean into it. Literally. do you guys think of this so far? This is the side I'm working on right here. And get a drink of water too. Yeah. Water. But I'll get black paint on this. I like this blue outfit. I don't think I've ever worn these two items together. I was going through my clothes today and I was like, oh, these are like just off enough and just close enough to like kind of look cool together. Maybe my son's style is wearing off on me though. He will always wear the same colors with each other. That was not as straight as I would have liked. It's alright. None of these are as straight as I would have liked, to be perfectly honest. I wonder if I could use like a ruler or something. Might make it a lot harder though. Because I kind of just go with the flow, and also I guess a ruler would probably smear the whip. I need like a tiny ruler for ants or something. Oh god, I was hoping no one was watching that. That was lame, guys. I'm sorry. I'll pretend if you pretend that I didn't say anything stupid. Who am I kidding? I'm gonna say something stupid again. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it'll happen. I do wonder who sits and watches my whole live. I don't think I'm particularly interesting enough. I don't think I would watch my own lives. I don't know what that says about me from either perspective, but I appreciate it. Maybe it's someone hate watching, hoping to catch me saying something stupid, which, good job, you will. But I feel like I don't really have, I don't know, it would be really, there's only one person that really, like, hates me, and that would be very sad if she's watching my lives. Just, like, from her perspective, that would be sad. Don't really build enemies. Or, like, no, I don't really socialize much, to be perfectly honest. I don't socialize enough to be disliked. I don't really want to socialize anymore much these days. Like, I like the friends I have, and I don't necessarily, like, attempt to make more friends. I am going to be going out on the 18th, performing at a poetry night, which will be interesting. I have not ever performed my spoken word poems, so, and it's going to be live streamed too. I guess this is practice for that. I'm excited though. I don't know how they found me or like what made them want to invite me, but I guess you're not supposed to look a gift horse in the mouth, right? it's an awesome opportunity for me to just like grow as a person and try something new, you know? So I'm excited about it. I really can't wait. I've been practicing my pieces every day. I'm gonna do 3 different spoken word pieces at the performance. I've timed it out. I get 10 minutes as a slot, and I think my performance only takes like 8 minutes so far. That is me going kind of fast. I don't think people really like clap during, but I don't know. Maybe they do. I think it's more like snaps, right? For poetry. I don't know. Maybe they'll clap. Hopefully, probably. I said hopefully. I was gonna say probably that not for long, because I guess I really just now thought about it. I timed my set with no applause, so I'm not expecting applause. It's not like more than I guess 2 minutes worth. We'll see how it goes though. Yeah, people probably applaud out of politeness at a show, anyways. I've seen people clap in movies, which doesn't make any sense to me. The people that worked on those are not there. They cannot hear you clapping. I've never clapped at a movie. I've never seen the point in clapping for a projector. There's a cat hair in my paint. It's a painted cat hair now. What time is that? I'm gonna have to get off here soon and take Miss Lily for another walkadoodle. I don't think I'll do another live streaming walk. My phone, like, just does not do well with those. I'm gonna do like a pre-recorded video and speed it up or something and post. Don't know. Maybe I'll just go for a walk the way God intended. Without a screen. Sorry. That was me making fun of religion. My bad. I think I got this side of this side done. Do this part now. Oh shit, I could have fucked up. Catfish Blues by Robert Petaway stuck in my head. I don't like that I can't listen to music on YouTube Live, or any live, really. I feel like there should be some kind of exemption for, like, live streaming? I don't know, I guess not. Again, it's profit over everything mentality. I feel like I would be more inclined to listen to artists that were, like, in a live stream of someone I was watching than just, me searching for them, randomly finding them. It's basically just like the 2025 version of radio, having it on in someone's live stream. Because who really listens to radio anymore? Let's be serious. Like, be so for real. I don't listen to radio. I don't really know anyone under the age of 40 that, like, seriously listens to radio anymore. You know? And if you're under the age of 40 listening to radio, drop a comment below, because what? I don't like either how you can't see the live comments after the video post. That's kind of weird, right? It just looks like I'm talking to myself. I guess whatever. Most of the time I am just talking to myself anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter. I'm getting kind of bored with this. It's probably a bad sign for if you're the artist and you're getting bored, or the creator and you're getting bored. It's more so my hand is kind of hurting, and so I don't want to keep it. My paint's getting a little thick, globby. I'm not sure what I want to do yet with this part. I really don't have a plan most of the time I paint. I just kind of go at it. It's kind of just how I do life. I mean, I do plan some things. Mostly child-related things. But that's about it. It's odd to be such a planner in some regards of my life, and then so, I guess impulsive in other regards. I mean, at least it's like artistic impulsion rather than like something risky, truly. Still. Just a walking paradox, you know? Ooh, that's too much. I was watching true crime the other day. I'd kind of taken a break slash I don't know. I still have mixed feelings about true crime because I feel like it's not very ethical to like not get permission from like victims, you know? You can't get permission from victims, you know? Um but at the same time too, I do understand like sometimes people want to spread the word, you know, about like a tragedy that happened to their loved one. And I do think that there can be ethical true crime. And so I was watching one about Paris Bennett. His mom has like done all kinds of um, like show. They did the Pierce Morgan show, and yeah. So I watched that, and it was very like it was hard. I feel like to find actual information on like why he because okay. So the first video I watched made it sound like he was just like a normal like smart kind kid. And then I watched a different one. There was an interview with the grandma, and she was like, "Oh, we all knew he was trouble." And so I was like, "Well, what was the trouble that they all knew?" And it never really like went into it. And I was like, "Okay, I want to like morbidly, I want to know more." Well, it's just interesting too how like a 13-year-old kid like hurt his own like sister that he says he like loves and stuff, and it's just I don't know. Things that I don't understand greatly intrigue me. That's why I love science. Seriously, though. It's probably why I love psychology, because I don't really understand a lot of, like, the way people's minds will work. My own, too, you know. I've found that a lot of people who are not super in tune with the ways their brain works want to, like, study psychology a lot. Maybe it's just the human design to be intrigued by the things we don't fully understand, you know? It's like magic. It's also crazy to think about like science before it was called science. Like people really must have thought it was just like legit magic or something. Hello. What do I call you? You can call me Lolly. That is the name I go by. It's been my nickname since I was in 3rd grade. I don't really use my government name. I mean, I do when I have to, I guess, but my friends don't call me that, so. Honestly, I pretty much respond in public to any L name. I'll look. I just heard a cat. Who's down there? Oh, both of you guys. Oh, you guys being sweet. Aww. They're licking each other. It's so cute. Yeah, you can call me Lolly. Here, you want to see the cats? Aren't they so cute? You're such sweet babies. Oh, Junie girl. Aren't they cute? Yeah. So sweet. They did not like each other at first. We've had Juniper now for almost a year. We got her last October. And it's been awesome to just see, like, their friendship blossom, you know? I don't know. I lived my whole life thinking I was a dog person, and then my dog passed away in 2022, and I was very heartbroken and could not get another dog, and so I thought I'll get a cat. My boyfriend at the time already had a cat, which is Sky there, which I kept because he pretty much just abandoned the cat. But yeah, now I'm a cat person, and now I have plans to be a crazy cat lady when I get older. Funny how life works, huh? But the funniest part is, though, when I was younger, I really wanted, like really little, I wanted a cat, but we could not get a cat because my birth mother was like deathly allergic to cats. And so we ended up getting a dog instead because that was the one that she could stand, you know. And I was a dog lover for many, many years. I still love dogs. I mean, I'm pet sitting a dog right now. But cats really have my heart in a way that I'd never expected that they would. I thought for a while that cats didn't like me. It's probably because I smelled like dogs. But yeah, Junie's my little girl, and she's just the sweetest. And I don't know. This guy's my boy too. I wonder if they're still. Oh, I think they're fighting now. Here, look. Oh, she just ran away. What are you doing? Are you sitting at the table like a little people? You need me to open up the laptop for you so you can work at the table like a little people? Jeannie. She's being nonchalant. Jeannie Booty. Oh, I can zoom on live. What are you doing? You being shy? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could zoom. I'm gonna flip this back around. Where do I live? I'm in the Midwest. What area are you in? I'm gonna pause the painting for now because I just used the last of this blob. I'd probably step outside and smoke a cigarette because I want to. Oh, thank you. You like my art? Here, I'll show you. This is where this is my stopping point on this piece. I'm gonna finish up this yellow spot here later, and then this is another piece I'm working on. And then these are some of my other pieces, like this one. And then these are some other pieces of mine. This is some of my son's work that he made in like first grade, second grade. I think this one's third. And then this is some of mine and my son's art. Thanks. Oh, nice. You're from India. Where in India are you from? Do you like living there, or do you have hopes to travel one day? I've personally, unfortunately, never left North America. I've been to Canada, where my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, and some cousins live. But aside from going in the ocean, I have never left the continent. Hyderabad. Hopes but can't travel. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar situation, honestly. I would love to be able to travel, but financially and just because of life, you know, I don't really have the opportunity right now. One day maybe, but not currently. I have a kid, and kids do really well with stability, not, you know, traveling the world. Although I guess some people do travel a lot with their kids, and they survive, clearly. But yeah, I am smoking. I know, it's not good for me. just been really stressed lately. I don't know. That video, I shouldn't have watched that video about AI like convincing a kid to like hurt themselves. It made me very stressed. And then I've also been stressed with my grandma in Canada. She's not doing well, doesn't really have long. And then I've got like 3 things happening at the same time tonight. And I've just, you know, like how, I don't know if anyone else gets stressed and like you just wait until the stressful event happens, but you're like waiting in stress. Yeah, that's how it's been for me. So I tried to do laundry. I've been taking the dog for a walk and did some art. I got a lot of errands and like chores done yesterday, so my plan is to take it easy today. As easy as I can. What do I do for a living? My like job, I work at Victoria's Secret as a sales associate. I work there part-time, and then I also do like dog walking and pet sitting, and I do like trims and stuff. I used to do dog grooming, but I don't really have all the equipment anymore. So I could, but it wouldn't be the quality of haircut for a dog that I would want to give other people. So I don't do dog grooming currently. I also, I guess it's not really for a living, but I like writing poetry, and I'm doing a poetry performance for this nonprofit on October 18th, and that'll be fun. It's gonna be live streamed. What do your I guess you meant partner. I don't have a partner. I'm really just not interested in having a partner anymore. I like doing things my way, and maybe that makes me obstinate or selfish or something, but no one's getting hurt when I do things my way when I'm by myself, so, you know, it works. Oh, you're also a poet? If you want to share some of your poetry in here, I'll read it out loud if you want. Do you write in English or do you write in another language? I wrote a poem in Latin once. It's probably very grammatically incorrect, but I'm not. I guess I knew Latin once upon a time. My senior year of high school, I took Latin 1 and less than half of the way through the year, probably like a few weeks, and I was like, this is moving so slow, like I need it to go faster. And so, I don't know how I ended up getting that. I guess because me and a friend, we were really good at Latin, and so we convinced the teacher to let us go to the library during Latin class, and I went through Latin 1 and 2 curriculum my senior year. Ooh, you write in Hindi? Nice. I probably would not be able to read that, unfortunately. I'm not very good with language. I say that as a person who writes poetry, and okay, I'm good with written language, but I'm not very good at learning other languages. I don't know. Latin's difficult, too. It's like, it doesn't matter what order the words are in a sentence, because each word has its own ending, and that tells you grammatically where it goes in the sentence. So I like it because it's kind of like a puzzle, but Latin is definitely difficult. I took French for 4 years. I don't hardly know any. Oh, Hindi is like that too? Oh, that's cool. Where like the ending of the word tells you where it goes grammatically. That's really neat. I didn't know that. Hindi is beautiful, just like as a piece of art. The language written is really beautiful. I have a friend who can like write and speak Japanese, and in Japanese you can read left to right, right to left, up to down, and down up. And so I asked my friend, I said, well, what happens if you have a block of characters that you can read every way. And he was like, that's poetry. And I was like, like, so cool. You've gone to France? Oh, that's awesome. That is definitely on my bucket list. I would love to go to France. French is such a beautiful language. It just sounds like flowery, you know? I'd also really love to go to Tibet one day. And, or Egypt too, New Zealand, Greece. I would love to see the world, really. I'd love to go to China one day, maybe, just to like visit. Um, just because my family, my dad's side of the family is from there. My dad was born in Hong Kong, and my paternal grandparents they were born in Macau. Oh, you've been to Egypt? That's awesome. Where all did you go? What'd you see? Did you go see the pyramids? I know it's probably a cliche question, but I feel like that's one of the main draws of Egypt, right? Is the pyramids. It's just so amazing how humans built such a magnificent structure. I mean, really, all architecture is beautiful. In San Francisco, there's a lot of really beautiful, like, Victorian era architecture. Alright, I'm probably gonna take this dog for another walk and hop off here because my phone is overheating. Yeah. I guess that's what happens in the sun when you're on live for a freaking hour straight, right? It was good chatting with everyone that was in the chat. Not that everyone's here still, but thanks for participating in the live and having a good conversation. And everyone can feel free to, write a post in the community tab on my YouTube page. Like, I've opened it up so people can, put whatever they want to discuss or talk about in there. If you want to start a thread on where we've traveled or, where you want to go or stuff like that, that'd be cool too. All right, I'm going to hop off here, y'all. I will see you guys later. Bye.